F122 is nearly here for us all. We can almost feel it. And while you prepare your life for another Formula game, we were able to test out F122 in a little preview version, and here are our opening thoughts. Stay until later in the video to learn what my special guest has to say about the game. And with that, welcome back to Overtake. F122. Seems kinda weird to say it like that, right? But we better get used to it. It's no secret that this iteration of a Formula 1 video game is the first that is made by EA, and thus the name change.
And while the core of the game remains about the driving of these beauties, there are some obvious differences to last year.
Let's start with the all-new F1 Live mode. Over the months prior to release, this reworked approach to F1's lifestyle aspects was hotly debated in the community. And while some were happy to see something change in the F1 games, I was having a bit of a stomachache. With a big publisher like EA on the product, I was almost sure that more microtransactions were imminent. And I was already imagining a world where F1 turned into the new Ultimate Team.
Thankfully, I have to say these worries aren't substantiated completely anymore. What I saw from the live mode was a lot like what Test Drive used to offer back in the day. A lot of luxury and lifestyle surrounding the racing. If you want to be surrounded by racing content, you can always give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future F122 content. But back to the preview. You are able to acquire a lot of stuff there, such as interior or the hotly debated supercars.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm still not 100% sold on the idea of having the F1 game be a design course or have supercars in them. I just don't see the utility for the player, but I do see the utility for the publisher.
You see, almost every bit of clothing is branded, meaning there had to be a ton of sponsorships sold. Same with the cars. Some are licensed safety cars, but others are probably tied to a nice stack of money.
So the reason these things are in F122 is probably because they make F122 more profitable. One thing I have to say is that they're not too obnoxious about it though. While it is still EA and microtransactions are present, they don't shove them into your face at all. But no piece of clothing or furniture is the centerpiece of the new features. The supercars, however, are. But let's hear it from my special guest Joe, who has got some first-hand experience in driving in F122.
Thank you, Marvin. And here we are in F122. And as you can see on the solo tab, you can play Grand Prix mode, time trial, and Pirelli hot laps. That's new. At the moment, it's only hypercar stuff and challenges with the hypercars. And we are not going to test the hypercars today because they are not really good. They are more like... So, let's not have a look at them. Let's go into time trial mode and drive F1 2022 cars. There's also already F2 of 2021 in the game, and of course the not so good supercars, and so we can assume the F2 of this season will also be included at a later point in time. And really awesome to see is that not the concept model of the F1 cars that was shown on screenshots at the beginning is in the game. No, they've already modeled all the different cars and they have the shapes they have in real life, which is great to see. They look the part, of course. We'll take the Ferrari and let's head to Baku, I would say. Why not? Let's show Ferrari how it's done. There we are. Let's go into the session infos. You can already see some of the faster drivers have set some laps. And me as well. I'm on P20. Not so bad. Not so bad. And as you can see, the presets are back as well. And the increased top speed preset is set for Baku as a default. Really nice to see. But we won't go into much detail there. Let's head to the track and find out how F1 2022 is actually doing. Is it a great game or not? Let's go for some quick laps here at the wonderful city of Azerbaijan, Baku. Really like the track. In my eyes, whoa, already hit the wall. In my eyes, the best city circuit we have at the moment in Formula 1. Most important question right from the get-go. How does it compare to F1 21? And I would say if you like F1 2021, then you most likely will like F1 22 as well. It's pretty similar. You feel that the same physics engine is underneath, the same force feedback is happening, but it's a little bit improved. And as you can see in those 90-degree turns, getting the car to rotate into the corner is much easier than before. That was the biggest problem in F1 2021, that the cars felt really sluggish in slower corners, have a lot of understeer where there shouldn't be any understeer, from Formula cars at least, and they fixed that. So F1 cars actually feel a bit more pointy now, which is awesome, but the cars of this year have less downforce and they are heavier in the end. So there is a little bit more of understeer in faster turns, which isn't a big problem. As you can see, I still can go flat out here. So no problems in that regard. And yeah, overall it drives really well. Also another feature or another part of the driving that is improved are the curbs. I think the cars are way more stable driving over them. And those, yeah, features, I would say, that the car uncontrollably spins over them is gone as well. So I would say it's a big step up from F1 21, but maybe not a revolution. So if you're searching for a sim, you won't find that in F1. It's still a simcade game. But for all the people that like the F1 games already, this is going to be something they like, something they will cherish, and this will be most likely a game you will have a lot of fun with, because finally the cars are pointy again. Just look how easy it is for me to go in those 90-degree corners. Ah, perfect. So that's it for first impressions on gameplay. Back to you, Marvin. Woo!
Thank you, Joe. And we will come back to you later. But first, let's look into the career mode. We were able to get our hands on this mode as well, and I personally loved career over the past years. I may not be the best comparison here, but I always thought the career mode put off the vibe that it should. No matter if it was my team or the solo campaign. It was pretty well made, I thought. But how did it turn out this year?
Well, from what I was able to observe, not a whole lot has really changed in this department. The line EA took was quality of life rather than complete overhaul. Refreshing to see is that you can now select the financial situation your squad is in at the beginning of My Team. So there's now a way to shortcut the phase where you are lingering at the bottom struggling for funding. Also cool to see are the slightly improved training programs and free practice. Now you get to see a lot better how you can improve and which areas are still lacking. Moreover, the menus seem to have gotten cleaned up, and we can look forward to find everything easier. Another quality of life change that will be welcome once F1 22 finally releases.
Other than that, I feel like career mode is gonna be largely the same in terms of feeling for all of us. Of course, there's the big topic of adaptive AI, but that is more stuff for a review that will inevitably find its way onto our channel as well. One guy who does find his way into this channel more often is Joe. So let's check with him again to see what he has in store for us.
All right, here we are. Oh, where's the thumb? Oh, it's that one. All right, here we are. I'm apologizing in advance when I sound a little bit nasal because it's pressing on my nose. I can't really breathe through my nose, but the vision clarity is better now with the headset sitting on the top of my nose. You see why I'm not recording a lot of VR stuff now, I think. Vision clarity is fine. Some familiar faces are holding my umbrella, so I'm okay with that as well. All right, we are in Pierre Gasly's shoes today. There are the lights, and off we go. A lot of wheel spin there. But we are up and running. Lost some places already. Let's see if we can cut back some in the inside. Little contact there. But everything all right. I'm sitting really low. Could change that with the press of a button, but I like it. Really immersive. Can't get back that position from the Haas. Imola, not the best track for overtakes, but hopefully a good track for overtake. GG, like and subscribe. Alright, so I'm in VR now, and I have to say, this is a really immersive and awesome experience. Oh, somebody is trying to overtake me. On the outside, not happening, bro. Cutting Acque Minerali and already losing position to the guys ahead. I hope the quality for you guys is alright. Recording in VR is always a little bit tricky. I hope there's not that much stutter and stuff. But let me tell you, the gameplay is superb. This is so immersive. I'm really feeling like I'm sitting in the cockpit of an F1 car. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Playing in VR. And I haven't even started trying to get the most out of it and fiddle with sliders and settings. It just selected a preset, turned down a little bit the visual clarity to get it better running with my system, and it works right out of the box. So I would say without the recording it's 90 FPS, running smoothly, looking good in VR with 150% super sampling in Steam. And I'm using a Lenovo Explorer, so it's not even one of the VR headsets that it's recommended or fully supported by the game. But it's still working right out of the box perfectly, I would say. So if you were just not buying this game because there is no VR support, because you're playing all your games or all your sim racing games in VR, maybe this time around it's your year. Oh god. Does he already have the ERS? Not yet. Don't have much ERS left. Have to watch out if he wants to cut in. Don't think so. But that's so cool. Seeing the other cars so close to you. Really awesome stuff. But I have to get used to it, for sure. Haven't driven in VR in a long time. Because it's just not practical to do content with. But it's fun. I'm really the roadblock here. Too slow for the AI. Don't know what difficulty I've chosen. Like 91 or something like that. There also will be adaptive AI in this game. Haven't seen that function yet. But there will be adaptive AI. Hopefully the AI will learn from your driving style and be a really good challenge in the end for you. What position am I in? 11? Oh, so we would have to get that Haas in front in the last 2 laps to get some points here. Wow! The Alpha with DRS on the inside. Woo! Dirty driving!
Okay, clear.
And you can also hear the new voice of Jeff, who has changed a bit. Oh, it's really difficult to focus on a clear line. Because it's so overwhelming for me at the moment. I haven't driven in a VR in like 1.5 years or 1 year at least. From a graphical standpoint, I don't know how good it translates to the recording, but vision clarity is alright. It's not perfect. Which has to do, of course, with my headset as well. Where's the Alfa Romeo?
Final lap of the race.
There he comes. 1% ERS, that's not good. It's hard to get back to the train in front because all of them have DRS all the time and I don't. Yeah, but this is so cool. So awesome. The best immersive experience you can have in Formula 1. So nothing spectacular happening in this race, sadly. No big overtakes from me. I'm just too slow at the moment. But hey, there we go. P11 in the end. Was a lot of fun. VR in F1 22. Really awesome feature. And Leclerc's driver of the day. Congratulations. Back to you, Marvin.
That's it from our side. Thank you for staying with us until the end, and I hope you are as excited about F1 22 as we are. Please keep in mind that this is only a preview, so lots of things could still change once the game is released. To follow all of the developments, be sure to sub to our channel and watch all of our F1 22 videos. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, cheerio!